Good morning, everybody. Friday, May 1st. My hair looks spectacular. Let's go through the entire workout. We have a 3-station strength workout. That's going to be about a 15 to 20 minute clock where we do rounds. You don't have to go fast within that time frame. A 5-minute run, followed by 5 stations of 100 rep, lots of endurance. So we go from a heavy or hyper start. Heavy, meaning that the exercise you perform is so heavy that you can't do more than 5 or 6 repetitions without stopping. If it's hyper, you should be able to do about 8 to 12, but no more than that. It shouldn't be like I could have easily done 15. So for the first segment, which we'll talk about now, do all 3 if you can, heavy or hyper. Squat any way you want to, whether you're using weights, bars, kettlebells. I'm going to use one medicine ball, one slam ball to do all 3 of these. The second exercise is good mornings or one-leg deadlifts. So with your squat, you've got your quads in the front and your glutes. And with your good mornings, you've got your hamstrings down the back of your leg. And then we've got pull-ups or a bent over row or both, which is really allowing our lower body to rest a little bit longer before we come back. So this is a superset, but it's not a non-stop superset. You're allowed to take a little break between these. And when you're done with your pull-ups, you should probably try to get right back to the squat because those muscles have rested for a while. So when we're done with those, 5-minute run. Maybe you go around the corner, maybe you run in a straight line down the block and make a U-turn after about 2.5, 3 minutes, and that gets our body ready to transition to more of a non-stop move. 100 reps minimum for all 5 stations. Toe touches on your back, plank tucks. We are in push-up position, legs jump in and out, keeping our knees outside of our elbows. 1.5 jump squats. 1.5 means we're going to go all the way down. We're going to go halfway down again, and then jump up to complete the repetition. We've done those before. T push-ups. If your push-up chest muscles and shoulder muscles are sore, you're going to bring your elbows all the way in today and focus more on a tricep extension type push-up. And then again, you can establish the side plank to finish the repetition. 1, 2. If the push-ups are really bothering you, you can just keep alternating between those side planks until you get to 100 reps. And then we've got weighted high knees. Hold something, 1, 1, 2, 2, all the way to 100 reps. Let's go over it all together right now. Okay, so for this first 15-minute segment, could be 20 minutes, for this first segment, 3 stations. Some kind of a squat, some kind of a good morning, and then maybe a pull-up or bent over row. Now, I'm going to use one piece of equipment for all 3 stations. With this slam ball, I'm going to focus on all 3. When you do your squats, make sure you keep your heels and outside edges of your feet glued to the floor. It's okay for your knees to feel like they're pushing out. It's not okay for them to feel like they're buckling and coming in. There should be no movement at all in your knees, but the pressure should be going out. Like there's 2 walls built right here, and you're trying to push in that direction. We shouldn't see your knees open. They should be straight and kind of level, a good bend in the knees, but the pressure should be on the outside edges of your feet. So I'm going to go through my squats. If it feels like it's not that heavy, I'll just go really slow in both directions. Really slow in both directions. So you might be using an Olympic bar setup like Coach Angie has in the garage. You might be using something like a kettlebell, dumbbell, sandbell, slam ball, whatever it may be. Something even at home, a bucket of sand in it, something with weight that you can go through your squats for station 1. Station 2, some kind of a good morning. Take away the bending at the knee and fold over as much as you can. Feel those elastic bands in your hamstrings getting nice and stretched on the way down. And then all the way up. Let them burn the whole way. Lock out at the top. Slight bend in the knees on the way down, but then keep it there. And then on the way up, all the way up, lock out your knees and hips. So I'm going to go through my squats and my good mornings, then right into a bent over row. If you have a pull-up bar, jump up and do a couple. If not, bent over row, you can do it with or without bench. Again, slam ball, skull grip. If it's a round object, it's like a skull grip, like you're holding a globe or a basketball. Pull straight up. Bent over row. We're really just doing this to incorporate upper body pulling muscles while we give our lower body an opportunity to rest. So that is the first segment of today's workout. A squat, a good morning, or a one-legged deadlift. We forgot to show you the one-legged deadlift. If you like to isolate your legs just for a few reps, it's a good morning with one leg. So we're going to start a controlled fall. We can get to the bottom and we can gather our balance, and then we can return, and you can alternate. These are really tough, for me at least. Gather and return, one leg at a time. If you start to lose your balance, just continue to the floor. When you get there, you can kind of regather yourself and come on up. One leg deadlift is an option for station 2. Squat, good morning, pull up, or bent over row. Squat, good morning, or one leg deadlift, pull up or bent over row. Then, after that 15 to 20 minutes, a 5-minute run. I suppose you could jump rope again. Lots of jumping jacks, things like that. Maybe some jogging place if you don't want to get outside. When you're done with that 5-minute run, getting your endurance ready for this next segment, we get into 5 stations, each of which are 100 repetitions minimum. Minimum. So in your mind, you might want to think 115, 120. Station number 1, toe touches. You know what to do, you're on your back, but everything has a focus, everything has a mindset. So what you want to think about is letting your shoulders roll all the way back, maybe gently letting the back of your head touch the ground, and then coming up slow, squeeze, and press to your shoelaces. Press. Press to the tips of your toes. And breathe all the way through. Okay, 100 reps minimum. If you think about 100 reps, when you get to 90 or 80, you're going to be tired. And when you get to 100, you're going to feel like you did as many as you could, but the body will trick you. If you think about 120, it'll be easy to get to 100. So think about 120 for all these stations, and then get to 100 and see if you can push further to that 120 minimum mark, maybe in your own mind. Station 2, from push-up position, plank tuck. So we are in push-up position, and we're going to have good posture, no peaks, no valleys, and we're going to jump in and return. 2, 3, 4, 5, making our way all the way to 100 minimum. Keep your knees outside your arms. We don't want to see this. We don't want your knees right behind your elbows or inside your elbows. Establish a nice wide base. Station 3, 1.5 jump squats. Now, your lower body's going to be beat up from doing the squats in the good mornings, but this is a great way to shock your muscles and get more strength, more tone, more endurance in those muscle groups. So, jump squats, 100 minimum. We call it 1.5. So, we go all the way down. That's the 1. We go halfway up and sink again. That's the half. And we jump. That's 1 rep. So let's do 2 in a row right now. We go down, sink again, 1. Sink again, 2. So 1.5 jump squats on our way to 100 minimum. Station 4, T push-ups. We've been doing a lot of push-ups. Muscles like that are endurance-based, so you can do push-ups every day. You should do them differently. But what we could do today is, if this is the bottom of our push-up, with our elbows 45 degrees out from our ribs, not 90 ever, 45. What we could do today when we do our push-ups is move our elbows all the way in. And we can come all the way down and up, or do little ones to really focus on more like tricep extensions. So I'm gonna do that. And we wanna get to 100. I'm gonna do a couple right now. We're gonna go down, up for 1, down, up for 2. If you're struggling with that depth, do a small one. You can always control it by doing small ones. Stay off your knees. Down, up. If you want, you can establish a leg lift sometimes or every time. Down, up. You can mix in as many presses as you want in between reps. You're not counting the push-up. You're counting the T push-up, the T side plank. So every time you go up, it's 1. The other side would be 2 on your way to 100 reps. If you need to, remove push-ups completely. Weighted high knees is the last station for today. You can hold anything and count 1, 1, 2, 2 on your way to 100 on each side. 1, 1, 2, 2. Think about your calves. Stay on your toes and feel the burn in those muscles. Let's finish together at the board right now. Okay, good workout, tough workout. I like when we start and end very differently. Strength, be it heavy or hyper, it's all strength, followed by a transition into endurance with a 5-minute run, then those 5 stations of 100 reps minimum, okay? Work hard today. We talked about maybe giving money through some kind of a Venmo or just mailing a check to the person who cuts your hair, does your nails, something like that. If you have any ideas for next week's small business support, please let me know. Tomorrow we're back with a workout. Sunday morning, 8 a.m. live yoga with Coach Joy. I will send everybody that link. Work hard today. We got more pictures and videos yesterday, but not enough. So send some, and I'll be looking forward to them, and I'll post them. See you tomorrow.